Keith can say a few words, and then anybody has questions, ask questions.
I just want to thank all the press for all that you guys have done this week, the things that you've done leading up to this fight. Once again, I want to thank this city for all the love and support, all the fans that came out, for the people that flew out from out of town to come and show their love and support, and all the local people, man. Clearwater, St. Pete, Tampa, your boy right here. We got another champion, and I'm going to be champion for a very long time. So once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
You want to come back here and fight again?
We have to.
We
Do
got
you think
man.
you want him to come back and fight again?
Yeah.
Many more big fights, exciting fights like this throughout my career. It'll be a pleasure to keep fighting back at home.
Any questions for anyone?
Keith, how bad were you hurt when he got you in the ribs?
That was a beautiful left hook that he threw. Yeah, I call it a mixed shot. It's a slight left hook, slight uppercut from the southpaw position. I was extended, and my elbow wasn't able to come back in time to block the shot. So I was reaching out, and it really got right underneath there, right in the perfect spot. I would say 95% of my win was gone, but with 5%, and with it went to my brain, you know. I thought about taking a knee, but the champion that I am, something else. As soon as it said, you might want to take a knee, some other little voice said, Ben, you're stronger than that, boy, and you can keep fighting. Keep going, boy. I kept fighting. He came back. He hit me with another one. I know you guys saw the first one. I don't know how many people saw the second one, but I felt both of them, and it hurt again, you know. But Mike Tyson called this sport the pain game. And sometimes you got to give a little and you take a little. I took a little that round. I gave a lot more.
Is that the worst you've ever been hurt?
That was the best body shot thus far in my career. In a fight, it was the best body shot that I had to endure.
Keith, were you aware of how much time was left in the round? Considering that Collazo was showboating and whatnot, or celebrating that he hurt you?
I knew that, you know, the round was a round. You know, it didn't happen in the first 30 seconds. You know, I knew that most of the round has gone by. But I knew that, you know, there was enough time to get hurt more. There was enough time to get hurt bad, you know. But I endured. I protected myself. I tried to hold him for a little bit. Holding is not one of my favorite to do tactics, but when it is necessary, it is necessary. And we survived that round. We recovered. We used a portion of the next round to fully recover. We boxed smart, and we got the TKO victory.
Gentleman over there.
Did you sense you had him in at the end of the seventh round?
I knew by that point in the fight that he has taken a heavy accumulation of punishment. And you can ask Dan. I looked and I said, in that round,
They're going to stop it. They're going to stop it.
I think they're stopping the fight. And then I watched and it looked like the bell was about to ring, and I said, maybe not. So I was prepared to give him more damage in the next round. But he was getting caught by the left hook. He was getting caught by more right hands. I was fully recovered, and the damage was just getting worse. And his team did stop the fight.
Keith, you prepared for a war like this against Collazo. What are your thoughts of fighting Collazo in such an epic war in front of ESPN in the debut of ESPN on Premier Boxing Champions?
I knew he was going to come and try to give me a war. I was surprised when he was on his feet, moving backwards for the first 2 rounds, but I think he wanted to let the young fighter be a bull. I took advantage of that. It was very easy to steal those opening rounds from him with his inactivity. You have to fight to win a fight. He didn't want to fight early on. He wanted to assess my speed, assess my movement, try to be tricky. Early on, he was lunging in with lead left hands. They weren't really that effective. And then, you know, then he got more into his rhythm, the traditional Luis Collazo that we're used to seeing, the move forward fighter that he is. And, you know, I enjoyed being in the pocket. You know, not 100%, but I did enjoy going through the diversity that I went through this fight. I'm happy to be the champion that I am. And I'm happy that the champion that Luis Collazo was, he tested the young fighter Keith Thurman, and that we were able to overcome and endure.
Gentleman over here.
Well, Keith, were you impressed by your performance? If not, what things do you think you need to improve on?
You know, my coach really wanted me to throw a little bit of a faster jab, a harder jab, a stiffer jab. I do believe I could have done those things. But Luis Collazo had a little bit of an awkward rhythm. He had an awkward poise to him. It comes from the experience that he had. He knew how to kind of come in with his head and almost use it as like as a shield. I felt like my jab wasn't really putting him back, putting him in his place. There was a few times where he was flicking his jab and it wasn't that effective. And if I could pat it and come over top, that made my jab a little bit more effective. I think I could have kept my left hand a little higher and took advantage of that a little bit more in this fight, which I did not do, but there were other things that I did do well. There was a few rounds when I outboxed him very well. He was trying to hit me with right hooks and I was moving, pivoting, using the ring very well, and I was happy with that performance. So,
Let's go over here. You have a question?
Yeah, Keith, John Gallen, RealCombatMedia.com. In assessing your performance tonight, you seem more technically proficient than you have been in recent past. How badly do you want the Mayweather fight, as improbable as it may be? And if you can't get Floyd, who do you want next?
you know, I want an opportunity to fight the best fighters in the world. This year was the first time I got any fighter ranked in the top 10 according to Ring Magazine, and I was happy with that. We had a great veteran who has made a lot of world champions look bad in the past, and he was able to make me look bad for a round, you know. So, but we got back composed. We boxed very well. I keep telling you guys, I'm 26 years old, and I'm evolving. I'm learning in the sport, and I'm constantly growing. And we are happy to be doing what we're doing. At this level, you need to box. You need to be methodical. You have to think about how to break the fighter down. These are all pretty much champions, ex-world champions, and you know they're in the ring for a reason.
But what about Floyd or anybody that you might want next?
Floyd is the top dog. He's the king of the division. I want a chance to fight the king. I guarantee you it will not be a boring fight. It's not going to be a Manny Pacquiao fight. You know, it's not going to be a Marcos Maidana fight. You're going to see a young, talented young man going up against one of the best fighters we have today. Outside of that, I like Amir Khan. I like Sean Porter. I like Marcos Maidana. I like everybody you like, man. This is boxing.
Also, Matt, the cold hard truth. If there's one fighter, excluding Mayweather, that you really, really want to get at, who would it be?
I mean, right now, we would like Amir Khan. He's finally started talking the name Keith Thurman. And when I hear those syllables come out of a fighter's mouth, you know, that's what I like. I've said before that Amir Khan does not truly belong in the welterweight division. And if he wants to make a true statement, he should fight a real welterweight. Somebody like Keith Thurman, somebody like Sean Porter. His fellow European fighter, Kell Brooks, you know, fought Sean Porter, a great welterweight. So I would just like to see Amir Khan do the same.
Is he still the most overrated welterweight?
I believe so.
Keith, obviously Mayweather works on his terms and generally his terms only, so if he mentioned your name, would you be ready for what would be a 2-month turnaround?
If he wants to take advantage, he should fight me right now. But I would do it. I'm young. They used to fight each other every other week back in the day. I like my paychecks. I'll go ahead and take another paycheck. He's about to retire. I ain't retiring anytime soon. So, you know, I'm ready, man. You know, I would love the experience. I enjoy the fight game. I have I'm not afraid to let it go. If you can beat me, beat me. Plain and simple, beat me. My mama used to beat me, she's back there. My daddy used to beat me, he's back there. So come on. This boy's not scared. You seen the headbutt I took. You seen the body shots I took. It is what it is, man. You're looking at a true champion.
Anyone else?
Keith, were you at all disappointed that he didn't come out for the next round, seeing as you had him in trouble, he was bleeding? I know you, I don't know if you'd rather finish it off a different way, but what was your reaction, and was there any disappointment that he didn't come out and get some more?
You know, there's no disappointment. The paycheck's the same whether he was going to come out or not, you know? So I take less damage. He takes less damage. I continue to be undefeated. And, you know, could the fans have seen more? Could there have been more of a show? Yes. But, you know, we fought hard. We fought well. And we're happy with the performance. Anyone else?
Are you gonna ever entertain fighting Earl Spence sometime in the near future?
That boy don't want it in the near future. His uncle Floyd, who adopted him, told him to state that statement, okay? Look, if he really wanted to state that statement, he wouldn't have stuttered when he said it, okay? So let's just be honest, all right? He is a young, talented, young fighter. I sound like Floyd right now, right? Now, Floyd, fight Keith Thurman. Floyd wants me to fight a young man. Somebody that's my age, because he doesn't want me to beat up on the elder. So, it is what it is. Hold on. TBE is to be extinct. Let's wave goodbye to the old man. I look forward. He's going to get that fight. As long as he's here, he hasn't fought a B-class fighter. He keeps fighting these one-week replacements, these C and last-minute little replacements, man. Go ahead and fight Diego Chavez. Go ahead and fight Luis Collazo. Go ahead and fight any ex-world champion that I fought before you say my name out your mouth.
You didn't think it was enticing that Floyd would offer a belt if you fought Earl Spence, WBO?
Man, first off, come on. That's games. He's playing games. If he wants to offer anything, he can offer like $10 million in his bank account. If he wants to offer something. Floyd fights for the money. He wants to make a great fight happen. Throw up some dollar bills. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, he needs to earn that shot. Have I not earned the respect in the welterweight division? Did I not climb up the ladder step by step, fighting whoever they put in front of me, fighting all these ex-world champions? How many ex-world champions has he fought?
Never said no.
How many ex-world champions has he fought?
Last question, anyone?
That's real tough.
Last one more question?
All right.
I think you answered them.
Thank you.